When the Minnesota Vikings selected Christian Darrisaw with the 23rd overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, a lot of numbers, I was thinking, okay, they've got their left tackle of the future, or so we hope, but it took a little bit for him to get into the lineup. Yes, he had some injury troubles. I believe it was either a groin or was it a core muscle injury? Doesn't matter because it's all in the past now. He had surgery. He got everything right. He did miss, I believe, pretty much all of the preseason, or most of it at least. And the same thing goes for training camp. But he finally got into the starting lineup a little bit later on in the season. And I think it was great. We saw a guy that, versus the Lions, versus the Panthers, that, okay, he's got a lot of the tools you want. And in fact, he could be a very impactful player for the Vikings. But as you saw him go on through the rest of the season, you saw a lot of good things. Now, were there some downs? Yes, he got absolutely schooled by Nick Bosa against the 49ers. Yes, I understand it. But at the same time, there's a lot to go off when you look at him and you look at the Vikings left tackles of the past. Now, we'll start with most recently, Rashad Hill, and obviously also a guy like Oli Udoh, who started when there were some injuries along the offensive line, so including Darrisaw. But it has not been great. It has absolutely not been great. Rashad Hill, I think all of us, including Vikings fans, were very tired of seeing him getting bench pressed into Kirk Cousins, much like that of Garrett Bradbury on that left tackle position when Rashad Hill was in. It was rough. We saw a guy that he couldn't hold down his fort at that time. But then came in Christian Darrisaw, more than held his own. I would argue that actually played like one of the top left tackles in the entire league. I believe PFF agrees with us. But overall, we saw a guy that played 652 snaps, did allow 5 sacks. I believe most of those were against guys like Nick Bosa. Again, guy got shredded against Nick Bosa. I understand it, but come on. He didn't get any time in the preseason to train. He did not have any time to be with the team during whether it was training camp, OTAs, none of that really. But he still posted a 71.9 PFF grade, a solid run blocking grade, a respectable pass blocking grade. Also did have 3 penalties. But overall, I think you're really liking what you see from a guy like Christian Darrisaw. There's a lot to go off of, and I think moving forward, the Vikings are going to be in a position where I think, especially when we talk about the left tackles of old, there has been some rough. TJ Clemmings, guys like Matt Khalil, it has not been great. But overall, with a team like this offense, I think is ready to go. But overall, I think you have to take a serious look at everybody along that offensive line. But I'm honestly very excited for how this will all stack out. So they got a good player in Christian Darrisaw. He's going to be a guy to keep your eye out for. It. I believe it was, there's actually been some publications that have brought him and put him as a guy that could be a breakout candidate. I don't know about that, but I do think he could be a guy that if he gets his right footing, if he gets a lot of the help, particularly from, Chris Rumph, I believe the new offensive line coach for the Vikings and company, I think you could see some good things. And then if you take a look, him along with the rest of this offensive line, Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, going to be, and all those weapons are going to be great, but the offensive line is going to be the main talking piece with this. Christian Darrisaw starting at left tackle. He's got a competent left guard right next to him in Ezra Cleveland. Garrett Bradbury. Yeah, a guy that did get bench pressed, but I think into the two Kirk Cousins quite often. But at the end of the day, he's got another chance to come in. If he doesn't work out, Chris Reed probably going to start at center. You probably will bring in a guy like Jesse Davis to start at guard then. So I think if we're taking a look, I don't know why I forgot to put Jesse Davis on here, but the point is, I think the Vikings have options along their offensive lines, but they've got bookend tackles with guys like Christian Darrisaw and the rest of this team. I'm really excited for Darrisaw and the rest of this offensive line because I do think they've got some really good things going for them moving forward, and I do think that they are going to be guys, especially with Christian Darrisaw. I think he is the answer at left tackle that they have been searching for. The Vikings have been searching for a very long time. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about Christian Darrisaw being the answer at left tackle for the Minnesota Vikings.